Welcome to my world. Come on in and make yourselves at home. Welcome to my life. I know everything's gonna be all right. Welcome to my world. Oh, won't you come on in? Welcome to my life. It's known as the Tiger's Den. Greetings to all of my subscribers. I want to thank you for being with me for as long as you have, and the new subscribers that's coming on in. We want to say greetings and thank you for your time. This is from Toothless and the moderators. Welcome to the Tiger's Den. Greetings and welcome to the Tiger's Den. This is the voice of Cheryl, and I am Toothless Tiger. Hello, so Alicia. Hi, Crystal. Hello, anybody in the bushes? In the bushes, in the clouds, in the trees, on the beach, in the sand, on the ocean, in the boat, wherever you may be. Hello and happy November. I love the fall of the year. It is my time of year. I had some stuff I want to share with you guys. So, Alicia, you kind of inspired this. I was working on some other stuff for tonight. And then, I thought about your show. And it was awesome, to be honest. Especially how vulnerable you allowed yourself to be. And I think that's awesome. More people should be more honest with themselves. And I decided to just come on and come on. I was going to, play my little music for a while like we do to try to wait and see who all's coming in. But whoever's coming's coming. If they're not, they're not. And that's what that is. I came here with the true purpose. And that purpose was to help uplift fallen humanity. So if I don't uplift but 1, 2, 3 people, hey, that's good enough for me. We can make a difference and we can change the world, believe it or not. If it's nobody's world but ours, we can change it. I had something here and I lost it. I'm always losing stuff. It's kind of like the price you pay for getting older. So keep getting older, keep losing it, and maybe one day you'll find it again. It was going to be good, but I can't find it. Oh, who cares? Let's go with the content that I do have. It was really good, though. And we'll present it another day. I just kind of want to talk about some things, tricks of psychology. One of the things it says is when it starts to feel one-sided, that's your sign to go. This is with relationships. And it doesn't matter the relationships. But when it starts to feel one-sided, then it's time to go. Number 2, if you're a giver, find another giver. If you are a giver, find another giver. Don't find someone and expect them to give because you're a giver, because you're going to be disappointed every time. Hi, Izetta. Glad you're here. You're going to be disappointed every time. So you got to find a giver. Number 3, relationships require more than just love. I'm going to say that again. Relationships require more than just love. We got to put in some work. And mainly, the work we must put in is on ourselves. You got to enter into a relationship 100%. You got to be totally complete with yourself. And then you got to meet someone that's totally complete with themselves. And that's how you make a relationship work. There are going to be some adjustments, of course, compromise, some give and take. Some things you may do, you said you'd never do. Vice versa for the person that you're with. But as long as you're communicating one with each other, and I'm cleaning my glasses with a napkin, y'all, so that's that noise you hear. As long as you communicate with each other, hey, the rest is history. Number 4, your partner's needs are just as equal as your own. And did you hear what it said? Just as equal as your own. So that means that you really got to take care of your needs as well. See, a lot of times we as women, especially loving, giving women, and it doesn't matter if you're a mother or not, you're a woman. And so if you're a woman, you created for life, whether you give it or not. And you're going to be imparting something in somebody's life. But one of the things we tend to do, because we're nurturers and we're caregivers, we tend to always put everybody before us. And then we hold resentment because they don't seem to appreciate the sacrifices that we've made for them. And we think that we're making these sacrifices and oh wow, it's going to make them so much more better, but not necessarily so. Not necessarily so. You got to put that in yourself. And then you share that you have disciplined yourself, set boundaries, because most of us don't set boundaries. And that way people start misconstruing our relationship and thinking we're taking them for granted or that we don't see them for their worth. And that's not really true. It's just that we haven't set boundaries. And then one day we wake up and decide, hey, this don't feel good no more. You just showing up at my house any time of day or night. And again, it matters not who the person is or the type of relationship. You got to set limitations and boundaries for yourself. It's all in the name of self-love, self-care, and self-respect. When you have these things, when you totally possess them, then of course you're going to share them with other people. But, it kind of helps you to attract the type of person that you want because they'll have the same values. We tend to think because we do have morals and values that's all it is. But then we got to look at how we define our morals and our values. Doesn't mean we're bad people. Doesn't mean we're not loving. We're not giving. We got to look at the motive in behind why we do what we do. And oftentimes we're so busy, we don't even have time to think about that because we didn't really sit down and have the moral conversations when we were growing up. Our parents taught us right from wrong and disciplined us when we got out of line, but we didn't have the self-love. And some people did. So I'm not talking to the people that had that, but for most people that I meet, they didn't. They didn't have the conversation on self-love and self-worth. And a lot of people say that they do, but they don't act like it. And they don't treat others like it. I know I was loved. I know my mama taught me right from wrong. But the intimate relationships of setting boundaries, I didn't know that. So Alicia says, somebody said ain't nothing open after 12 but legs and Taco Bell. No, thank you. And my cutoff is 10 p.m. Number 5, Finding your right fit partner requires discernment plus wisdom to be selective. And one of the things Greg always tell me, Mama, remember discernment. Being intuitive helps in your discernment, but you got to use it. You see, I'm a people person to a fault. But you have to learn that everybody don't deserve your presence. Everybody don't deserve your voice. And certainly not your conversation. You got to be very careful who you let in your circle. You really have to vet people. What did you do so, Alicia? I don't know what you did. Number 6, some people come to your life just to show you deserve better. Now, that's a good one. Some people come to your life just to show you deserve better. A lot of times people come to our lives and we say, what could we do better? How we could be better. But it ain't about us. It shows us that we deserve better. And we need to know that's what that is and not beat yourself up. Because most of us will beat ourselves up. Oh, girl, you all right. You at home. Number 7, just because it could have been different does not mean it would have worked out. You know how we miss out on something and we talk about how it could have been? And all we're doing is just fantasizing because, in all honesty, it didn't mean it was going to work out. So true, Bliss Goddess. So very true. That's some stuff I'm working on and I'm going to start back doing. I was looking up different words, but I'm going to ask you guys to, hey, Phyllis, I didn't know you had came in. I'm going to ask you guys tonight to look up some words, and I'd like for you all to have the definitions when we get back together on Sunday. And I'd like for us to kind of, let's discuss it. See where your head's at, because I'm going to start doing some kind of like classes, and it's going to be, intimate, and it's going to be not for the public view. It's going to be registration, but we're going to get back to who we are. And we are truly indigenous. We are the Americans, and we need to learn how to live in the Americas. And I've been learning some good stuff, and I'm continuing to learn. I'm reading more, I'm learning more, and I want to share it, but everybody is not going to make it. And that's what you have to realize. Everybody don't want what you have, and that's okay. But I need to get back to the purpose in which I came, is to share me, to help uplift fallen humanity, and to talk about who we were before we were slaves, how we got in the condition that we're in now, and how we can live even in this terrible state of being. There is a way we can live. Now, we can't do anything about the things that happened around us or to us. You know, we can't control that. Everybody is an individual. But what we can do is just put ourselves in a position emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, so that we can do what we need to do to get where we want to go. Bless God has said, and once we tap back into our ancestors and work with them and learn the Orish in, I guess that's LWAS laws and the great mothers. Yeah, because the matriarchs are the way back to who we are. And a lot of people don't know that, can't conceive that, and don't want to know that. And that's fine. Boy, but just look at the power we as women possess. We really do have power, whether anybody acknowledge it or not. And I'm not talking about all this crazy rump shaking and all this good stuff, name calling and all that. No, no, no. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about we as women, as the mothers with the womb, givers of life. We really do that. We do it well. Number 8, the right person going to show you that you wasn't even asking for too much. Whatever it was you wanted from someone, you were not asking for too much when you find the right person. Continue to teach. Continue to teach, blessed goddess. We're listening. And yes, we were. Number 9, if you don't tell people how you feel, they won't know. They won't. We tend to think people supposed to be able to hear our tone of voice or look at us and understand or know what we're feeling and what we're going through. Not. You know, it's just like we say, people say, they know I need it, so and so and so and so, whatever you needed. But it says in the Sun book, you have not because you ask not. Sometimes you just got to ask. People really are not clairvoyant, and they really don't know always. You have to share and let them know. Thank you, so Alicia. Number 10, always remember, if it drains you, it's not for you. Now, put that in your pipe and smoke it. I don't know if y'all know it or not. I'm not a sports fan, but I do know this because everybody I know is talking about it. But the Texas Rangers are in the World Series, and we're one game away. Hi, Annie. We're one game away from winning. I almost decided not to even come on. Hey, Catchy. I almost decided not to even come on. I said, the Rangers, but you know what? Man, what do the Rangers have to do with me? I'm real happy that we're in the World Series. Really, I am. But you know what? I would rather be here with you guys than anywhere else on this planet. I may not make a difference, but in my mind, I truly believe I make a difference. Now, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But my favorite punchline is, I doubt it. Hold on. You're welcome, Crystal. Okay, y'all. Now that was a little psychology trick that's called. Some things we need to know. Now let's go to my other goodies. I want to share this picture with you guys and tell y'all about this young man. And I got all of this. Hey, Carolyn, it's so good to see you. Family, get your crystals and start working with them and tap back into your spiritual powers. You know, I bought crystals, Bless Goddess, and I even think I bought the book on crystals. But I really didn't understand. But I bought them. Carolyn, how you doing? I've been thinking about you. I guess you've been thinking about me too. I want to share this story of this young man. You know, we talk about a lot of athletes, and I want to share this story about this young man. Hey, Asatar. Okay, this says, what is your fact of the day? 519. This is word done. His mom was a Baton Rouge police officer who was shot and killed while he was a senior in high school. He raised his 5 siblings while in college, graduated, and went to the NFL. He built and paid for over 145 homes for single mothers, sacrificing millions of dollars so they could have better lives. Now, we hear about a lot of people talking about doing this type of stuff, but this young man, Mr. Warwick Dunn, wherever you may be, we say thank you. He actually did it. Carolyn says she heard about him. Fantastic, Carolyn. He actually did it. Yeah, he did it. I know you on them daddy duties and we love it. Haven't seen my kids in 5. What? Oh, yeah, I know you've been sick. That's all right, Esatar. We've gotten used to you not being here much. We know this is a good reason. So hang in there and play with them boys, because I know they're giving you a fit. I'm glad you're feeling better where you can go around them. Esatar, don't you listen to So Alicia. You go on and enjoy them babies. Don't you get started with her. Let's go back. Oh. I took my little thing down, y'all. Let's get back. Let me give y'all a little known facts, unknown facts about psychology. And I got all this from, I think it's called Quora. I think that's how you pronounce it. Could be Quora. Quora. Different people post in there and they give a lot of good advice and talk about a lot of different subjects. And I think it's really good for us to just talk about just life subjects because life is really real for all of us. And nobody knows what nobody is going through. I'm going to share a story that's really going to really touch your heart. At least it touched mine. I'm going to be sharing that shortly. But this one says, money can't buy happiness, but poverty can't buy anything. Number 2, they start missing you when they fail to replace you. Number 3, anger is a condition in which tongue works faster than the mind. And Catchy say psychology was most interesting to me way, way, way back in college days. Esther Phyllis says she hope you feel better. Number 4, you can't be strong all the time. Sometimes you just need to be alone and let your tears out. And one of the things that I like to advise people whenever you're going through and you're hurting, sometimes if you can't do it in your home, if you can't cut on the water and go in your bathroom and just let it out, get in your car and cut the music up loud as you can get it and just scream, just holler, just yell, just let it out. You will be surprised how you can actually get through some pain by actually feeling the pain. Most people, and especially those that are addicted to alcohol and self-medicating with whatever type of drug they choose, most people don't want to feel. They don't want to feel the pains of life. But it won't be bad always. I promise you it won't. We have good cycles and we have bad cycles. And we just have to go through the cycles. Phyllis said, trust all is well with all. Just another good day. Matter of fact, that's time for me to show you guys some of my prepared meal. And as I share with you guys, I told y'all about my meal that I was going to cook. My friend inspired me to cook it. She's recovering from surgery and she actually got out of her recovering bed and made me chitlins because I wanted some so bad. And she couldn't find any. When we were talking about it, we was talking about it right before my birthday. I had no idea she was trying to find some to cook for me. And the day of my birthday, she told me that she had searched and searched and she couldn't find any, but she made me dinner anyway. And she made me a big old ham hock and some good old cabbage and candied yams. And she actually had her grandbabies to bring her over because she can't drive right now, so that I could have a birthday dinner. And that's awesome. So she inspired me. I'm like, if she can get up off of her recovering bed and cook me a meal, and then I have another friend that I've known since the 7th grade, and we call each other best friends. She's been recovering from some illnesses, and she's doing so well. I'm like, you know what? If they can do that, and my biggest problem is I don't have a lot of breath. And then, a lot of people on here love to laugh and make fun of it because I smoke cigarettes. And I do smoke cigarettes. And I will until I stop. I've stopped several times before, and maybe I'll stop again, maybe I won't. But that's one of the things that I enjoy. And that's what I do for me. I don't ask anybody to breathe for me, nor give me money for breathing treatments. I wasn't always big, but I gained weight. I had a whole lot of muscular skeletal issues, and I have some issues in my back and my sciatic nerve. So I have issues, and I have to live life that pleases Cheryl. No one else can do it for me. And I believe in living until you die. And that's what I plan on doing. My daddy said, if you was born to burn, you ain't going to drown. I don't know how I'm going to go, but I'm going to live until I go. That's what I know I'm going to do. And each day that I live, I'm learning something more and more. And boy, when I learned about us as a people 10 years ago, and I've been walking this walk and learning and sharing, some people want to hear it, most people don't. And that's okay too. But I have a purpose in life, and you guys are my purpose. Whoever, it's written, whosoever will, let them come. Everybody ain't gonna come, and that's okay. Not only are they not gonna come, they ain't gonna be able to go either. But I'm trying to see. I think let me see. I think it didn't take because it was too big. So I have it over here, and I'll show it once I finish these. It says, number 5, everything comes with an expiration date. Number 6, you can't start the new chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one. Number 7, money is numbers, and numbers never end. If it takes money to be happy, your search for happiness will never end. Number 8, no one's always busy. It just depends on what number you're on the priority list. Remember that. You know, we kind of make excuses for people who kind of shun us. We make excuses for them. But remember, nobody is that busy. If you can take time for them, they can take time for you. Believe that. Catchy said, and this too shall pass, says the word of God. Bitter said, Catchy, yep, you are so right. Self-medicate. Catchy said, Philip, she meant Phyllis, 100. Blessed Goddess says, so true. I've been to the lowest point in my life, actually. I went below the dirt. That tells you I've been there living testimony. Well, I'm glad that you rose, because until anybody hit their bottom, they can never enjoy the rise to the top. Carolyn said, it's time to get in alignment with the Most High God, the universe, and our ancestors. Others don't really care about us. We need to be able to rely on the energies to guide, secure, protect, and favor. True that, Carolyn. True that. And we can do it. Catchy say that self-medicating leads to a whole other mess. Yes, it does. And it's a story that I've been watching here that happened in Dallas. And I was really conflicted whether to share it or not. But it's been on the news and it's already on YouTube. And I'm going to show one of the videos that I favored, and of a young lady who gave of herself and loved unconditionally. And it is a tragedy what happened to her a day before my birthday. I heard the story and seen it on Facebook, but it was so tragic when I actually saw it on YouTube because on Facebook a lot of times you hear of things happening, but you don't really know what happened to the person. You just know that they're no longer with us. But it was very, very, very sad because she loved this man unconditionally. And as you know, we acknowledged Breast Cancer Month and Domestic Violence Month, which was October. And of course, there's nothing we can do about anybody that's in a relationship and it's domesticated, especially if they don't share it with us. Or they could share it, but until they're ready to walk away, there's nothing we can do but love and hope that they will, come out of it okay. Hope that both people get help because normally both people are hurting and they don't know how to deal with whatever they're going through. Annie say, I have to get up early for work. You all have a blessed night. Thank you for coming, Annie. We appreciate you. And bless God has said, you please you and do you. Forget what others think. That's so very true. There is a book, and I've adopted her saying, and it is, what you think of me is none of my business. And it's really not. All I can do is live in the honor and integrity of who I am and what I've been taught. And in order for life to work for any of us, I look at this gentleman and he has taught me so much. And he has the way that you learn to navigate through this system is first you got to realize that there is no money. You know, Silver and gold is money. So you only have the Federal Reserve notes. You've got to be in honor at all times. You got to be in honor. And in honor means for as much that lie within you, you do your best to keep the peace. And if you get angry, sin not. Don't bother nobody. The common law, the law of the land, nature's law, God's law is if you don't harm me and I don't harm you, no harm is done. So you do your best not to do anything with ill intent. When you find yourself, feeling a little, the word I'm looking for is, I know the word, but it's not popping in my head, and it's a particular word that I want to use. It relates to bitterness. When you start feeling bad about something, you pretend you really want to do it, but you really don't want to do it. I'm going to think of it in a minute. I said it a few minutes ago, but I can't think of it right now. I swear it just flew out of my head. That word, whatever that word is, when you start having disdain for people that you love. I can't think of that word, y'all, for real. It's the word I'm looking for. Condemnation is one of them, but it has more to do with bitterness. When you start feeling bitter about something. I can't think of it right now. I said it earlier, but I can't think of it right now. I will. And it's not resentment, but it's on the line of when you start resenting people for, in the relationship, be it a family member, be it a lover, a friend, but you start feeling a certain way. I'm gonna think of it in a minute. And I think the word is resentment. It builds up resentment. I think that's what I'm looking for, but it might be something else. I don't know. Okay. Number 9. Believe it or not, you can have whatever you want. Your ability is limitless. Number 10. Everyone is trying to find the right person, but nobody is trying to be the right person. I'm going to say that one again. Everyone is trying to find the right person, but nobody is trying to be the right person. I think it's resentment. I really believe that's what it is. You know, when you start resenting people, but you say you love them and you like them and you keep it to yourself, and that would go along with the passive aggressive type deal, you start feeling resentment and you can't get past it. You know, you can only pretend but so long. And then after a while, you know, your body language, number one, is really going to tell the person when you really start seeing them differently and you start changing on a person. Really, it starts in your body language. And then, of course, it'll go with your tone of voice. And you'll have to catch yourself every time you speak to the person because, you know, you won't be speaking to them in the normal tone in which you would. And if they could see your facial expressions, then they would know something is just not right. But it's resentment. Yes, that's it. Exactly. Phyllis said resentment is another word for hate. That's it. Exactly. That's the word. That's what you start resenting them. You know, that's why you don't teach children against the absent parent, because you think that it's going to cause a rift between them and the absent parent. But in all honesty, as they grow, the resentment is going to be toward you, not that absent parent. You need to let that person show them who they are. If they ever get to see them, they need to see for themselves. It shouldn't be because you are the person who was hurt by that person and then you want to put that on your children. They don't deserve that. At a certain age, then you can talk about it and have an adult conversation. But as long as your babies are babies, let them stay babies and let them fantasize. If they have an opportunity to meet the absent parent, then I say let them meet the absent parent. That may not always be a good thing to do, but that's what I believe in doing. My ex-husband and I never lived together. My first husband, my son's father, as a couple. But my son knew his dad from day one. He didn't remember him bringing us home from the hospital, I'm sure, and holding him. But I never withheld their relationship. Never. And I'm just one woman. There are many women like me. And I guarantee you, you come out better as a mother or a father if you don't withhold the relationship with the parent. Unless, of course, it's a danger for the child. Then that's a different story. But as much as lie within you, you do the best you can to keep the peace. Number 11, your rumors don't define your character. Your grades and finances don't define your intelligence. Number 12, no comparison, please. No one can play your role better than you. So don't compare yourself to anybody. And then they said, thanks for reading, and give them an upvote. And I gave them an upvote. It's really, really good. You know, it has a lot of good things in it. You know, if you feeling down and don't really want to share with anybody, well, you know, my first go-to is a pen and paper. Share with yourself. To thine own self be true. And write it not for anybody else to see it. Write it however it comes out, however you feel. Write it. And then you can keep it in a safe place and you can visit it a month later, 2 months later, however, whenever. Or you can tear it up and to shreds or burn it up. Because what you're doing is just emptying you. That's what you're doing. It's a form of self-love. You're taking care of you. Okay, so the saying goes, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. That's it. That's it. You got it. Then it said, Carolyn, malice is a good one on the same lines of resentment. Resentment is definitely what I wanted to say. Now my pictures done went away. They was all up here so cute. I want to share this story with you guys. Let me show this story. I got to find it. I'm going to show y'all that picture when I get through reading the story. Okay, let me see here. Here it is, but I can't make it bigger. I'm trying to make it bigger. It won't let me make it bigger. Let me see if I download it, if it'll let me make it bigger. Okay, here it is. It says, tonight I was frustrated. Tonight I frustrated someone while driving. They followed me to the gas station and had a few choice words for me. I was really unsure what I had done wrong. I began to ask if he was okay and what was wrong, and if there was anything I can do to make him less angry. He stormed off, and I wished him a good day. Typically, this would not be my response, but as I've gotten older, I've dedicated myself to seek to understand. There was something else wrong. Nothing I did driving could make him this angry. 45 minutes later, I came out to my truck in the school parking lot to this note. You never know what someone is going through. Seek to understand. And the author of that is unknown. So let me show you the note that he came out to. Give me a minute. And the note reads, I am very sorry. My mother just passed away and my emotions are not right. Please forgive me. You never really know what a person is going through. And so I think it would help and do us all good to seek to understand. Hey, BTW Tim Sweeney. I am not going to say that anymore. How you doing? Okay. Here's a good one I thought. Tell me what y'all think about it. Someone asked the question. My son punched a bully in his face at school today, and his teacher made him write an apology letter, his homework assignment. If I tell the teacher he's not doing it, am I wrong? So this person named Forrest Kurt said, yes, you are wrong. Make your son write this letter. Dear teacher, I apologize to the bully for his attacking me and forcing me to have to defend myself. I promise that if he attacks me again, I will defend myself to the best of my ability. I realize that the school supports his behavior and wishes us to submit to being bullied, punched, hit, kicked, and ridiculed. I apologize to you and to the school staff for not being a submissive punching bag as you seem to want me to be. Sincerely. I thought that was awesome. Whoa, I thought that was good. That was excellent. I couldn't have thought of that better myself. That was really a good one. Carolyn said, awesome, especially in the climate of adjusted mental states. We have to be cognizant of what people are not saying. So very true. Yeah, Phyllis, I love that apology too. That was one of the best ones I've ever seen. So yeah, let him write that letter. He needs to know. Unapologetically correct, Carolyn. Here are some more psychology tricks. If you want someone to get nervous, look at their forehead. When you are in a group and notice that someone is making fun of you, look in their face and smile a little. They will feel scared. Whisper something to someone, and 9 out of 10 times, they'll whisper back. If you want someone to tell the truth, make them laugh before questioning. If you think someone is lying, look them in their eyes and don't say anything. And lastly, if you tell someone to stare into your eyes, it's now harder for them to remember anything without looking away. You know, everything is mental. Everything. The key to confidence is walking into a room and assuming everyone likes you. This is psychology. Once you've accepted your flaws, no one can ever use them against you. The hardest prison to escape is in your mind. Now you let that marinate a little bit. The hardest prison to escape is in your mind. And that's what's wrong with a lot of us. We're in the prison of our own minds, afraid to move forward, won't even look backwards. And I'm talking about in the rearview mirror, because sometimes you have to bag back and go another way. Afraid to turn left, afraid to turn right. Sometimes you got to be your own cheerleader. But you need others too, because we really are interdependent beings. Independently, but we do need each other. We were created that way. We can make it on our own. Yeah, we can. And anything that happens in our lives, we have to do it. It's called the you factor. You know it. Only you can make it happen. Only you know how it feels to you. See, everybody can talk about a lie, and you may not feel a thing. But when you really know what a lie feels like, when the lie is told on you, then that's when you know. That's when you know. Speaking about your goals make you lose motivation. So if you have goals, remember, it's written in the Sun book. Write the vision down. Write it down. Some people even do a vision board. If you do something that's already been tried, tested, and it works, why not try, test it, and let it work for you? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can come up with a new invention, true that. You know, you can do that. But a lot of time we waste. You're already uniquely you. You're already different. You don't have to try to be different. And you certainly don't have to be indifferent. Just be who you were created to be, and let nobody define you. Your mother gave you everything you needed when you entered this world. Now all you have to do is build on it. And you got to talk to people. Hear different viewpoints. I was so one-track minded and so tunnel vision. Some people still think I am. I've changed considerably. And when I talk about things in a relationship perspective, it's because I've lived that. And what people don't really understand is you may not have had my experience, but we've had like experiences that gave us some of the same pain. And now I don't know how you feel. I really don't. I can empathize with your feelings. No one will ever feel what you feel if you've been wronged. They can't. They can only empathize if they have the ability to show empathy for another. On this app, I find it's a lot of people don't have the ability to do that. And they're being them. And since we don't know each other, we have to take them for the way they are. That's really who they are. They're not acting. They're just uncaring individuals. No regard for age, gender, your status. No regard at all. And it's sad. Then it said, do we know who we are and know our why? She also asked the question, do you really know your purpose? If you don't, keep working. It'll come to you. So, Alicia, I loved when you talked about being a cosmetologist, a stylist. You know how therapeutic that is for so many people, not only women, because I know you work with both men and women. Do you know how this world has gotten to where everybody question who they are through their looks, not realizing that beauty is in the eye of the beholder? And if you were uniquely and wondrously made in the image of a creator, then you got to know that you're beautiful, no matter what you look like to somebody else. You got to know. But can you imagine the people that you help with their self-worth? Some people, their worth is truly in their head of hair. Could you imagine if they didn't have you? And I'm sure you up there singing and scrubbing and rubbing and massaging the scalp and laughing and bubbly, even in your worst days. I'm just sure of that. I've never seen you in action, but I see you in action. Your purpose. Carolyn, changing lives. Although you took a hiatus, the impact that you made has been felt with your absence, and many can't wait until you return. The things that Phyllis does with her hands, she decorates. All of the beautiful centerpieces that she makes. The room illuminates. The balloons that she put together. All you got to do is give her an idea. And she's like David Tutera. She can make your event a fantasy. And she give away most of her talent. She'll rent and lease her linen. And if she likes you, everything else she does is because that's her purpose. Can you imagine? A lady that worked in banking all her life, I didn't even know she liked children. Went to the school system and those kids loved her so much. It's just awesome. She received this big book the children put together for her. And she worked with some of the children that people said wasn't going to be nothing. They were problem children from the lower development homes. And she go out now and see some of those children, and they know who she is. It's something to see when you impact lives like that positively. And you can't let nobody on this app tell you who you are, and they don't know who they are. Never met you. You can't let them do that. You do too much for too many people. Too many people. Number 5, the structure of your brain changes every time when you learn something new. Number 6, listening 5 to 10 songs a day can improve memory, strengthen immune system, and reduce depression risk by 80%. Number 7, when we're constantly wishing for something, we overlook everything we already have. And number 8, Being forgetful is actually a sign of higher intelligence. But my IQ must be way up there. Way up there. Sometimes there's so much craziness. I often wonder, should I really go on? I can't compete with all of this craziness. And it's not about competing with craziness. It's not about others. It's about me and you all. Knowing your purpose. It ain't nothing like it in the world. I've been off the camera most of the night because, of course, I was reading and then I was smoking a cigarette. But hello, everybody. I know you all want to see me and I want to see you guys too. It's such an honor and a pleasure. I was going to show you guys, and I was telling you all about my meal. I actually did clean the chitlins. I did that. And Phyllis actually helped me tremendously by she first washed and cleaned the greens and then she put them on for me. The beans. So I couldn't have done nothing without her. I told her I got the food the night of my birthday, which was Thursday night is when I ordered it. It came Friday. And my friend came over, Quana came over and actually brought me the chitlins. I didn't know that she had done that. She went and found some somewhere. And then, I went and ordered mine that night of my birthday after she couldn't find none. And I didn't even know she was looking for any, but she was. So I want to show you guys. Okay. Let me stop it right here. Hey, Maria, I wasn't going to wake you up. I know you were asleep. I hope you're feeling better. I know you wasn't feeling good. So I hope you're feeling much better. Oh, that's good, Carolyn. Let's hope they win. But let me share this with you guys. Now, I haven't finished my meal, y'all, so I still got some more to go. But we had enough what we ate, and we had a good time. Here are the red beans. Here are the chitterlings. Here are my cornbread. Let's look at my greens. Took them out the pot because, they were done last night. Now, of course, I still got to cook my candy yams. Like I said, it takes me forever. That's the pan the cornbread was cooked in. And here are the oxtails peeling away. They really should be on warm. Because they're actually done as they can be. Okay. That is how Toothless did it. Some will never understand, but I can get in the kitchen and I can get down. Oh, yeah. You got to keep your dishes washed as you go. Keep it clean, honey. All righty. That's it. When I finish the whole meal, Okay, I'll show you a clip. Goodbye. Okay, now here are the red beans. All righty now. That was a good meal. If I tell y'all that was a good meal, please believe me, that was a good meal. Yeah, Carol and Greg love oxtails too. So I had to make him some oxtails. And then I got to fry this chicken and go on and fix my candy yams. But since I said it was just for me, I ain't in no rush. It takes me forever to do anything. I used to cook and get on in the kitchen and get out. But now I'm real slow. And Phyllis is really, 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 really my rock that helps me every day of my life to ensure that I eat and don't have to worry about stuff like that. So I tell y'all, it's really, 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 it's really an honor and a pleasure. You would have to be sick to know what it feels like uh, when someone is really there for you. It's really good when people are there for you when you up. That really makes you feel good. But get sick, and I'm talking about sick in your body. Sick where people can't see that you're sick. They just think that everything is okay, but nothing is really okay. And people think, it's a joke and it's funny, but it's living. It's living for me, and I love it. I'm going to cut my hair soon, and I'm going to make a video showing me cut my beautiful, beautiful mane. Baseball is kind of like all the other sports. In an instant, somebody can hit a ball, and if everybody is on the base, the score can change like that. I really can't do them sports because I think that it hits my heart too hard. I can't do it. I can't do the sports. Maria, we weren't talking about much tonight. Well, we really were talking about something. We was talking about us, relationships, people. And how we cope. I see one, it says by John Crabiel. 11 years as a high school physics teacher. After 18 years in high tech, he said, the question was, what is the hardest thing a student ever taught you? And he says, as a teacher, what is the hardest truth a student has ever taught you? I was trying to rush through an explanation of a complicated physics concept before the bell rang. And the top student in my class raised his hand and said, just because you're up there teaching doesn't mean we're learning. I'm sure many students have taught something like this in millions of classes around the world, but they don't say anything. And he said that many students have thought something like this in millions of classes around the world, but they don't say anything. It would almost always be terribly impolite. The only reason this student said it and got away with it is that he was my 16-year-old son. That was a good one. Okay. Uh, Carolyn said, I was a cheerleader most of my school days, so it's just in me. Better say, we know what used to be cheap is really expensive now. We can't buy pig feet cheap. Tell the truth. Okay, you need a mug? Sounds good. Yeah, so Alicia, that was really funny. I thought that was cute. Y'all to check this out though. It's really good. Oh yeah, this is funny. This is funny. I ain't even started reading it. And it's already funny. Uh it says psychology tricks and tips. What are some psychological facts about attracting people? Number one, if a person laughs at a low quality joke, then he is suffering from loneliness. The big toe indicates the nervous weakness hidden by the other fingers, indicating that the person wants to be unnoticed by many. Weird. Psychology is the first 6 seconds of meeting with someone. The first impression about him is formed. Let me say that again. Psychology is the first 6 seconds of meeting with someone. The first impression about him is formed. It is a proven fact that our response to any situation is capable of radically changing that situation. Many times, someone's indifference indicates his utmost care, which he does not want to express. If you write down negative thoughts and throw them away like garbage, your mood will get better. It has been proven that orange helps reduce anxiety. That's why doctors recommend eating an orange before going to work. Now that's good to know. I never heard of that in my life. All I ever heard of is apple a day. That's all I ever heard of. Okay, Maria, drive safe. We'll be here till you get back. Never reveal your goals to anyone. It produces the equivalent effect of achieving goals in the brain. The conversation of the parents with the child becomes the language of his mind. You will rarely die in your dreams. If you die in your dreams, then you have started something new in life. Dream is a conversation between you and your subconscious mind. And number 12, before we go, a click on the upvote button will make both of us happy. So, y'all, before you leave, a click on the like button will make both of us happy. Yeah, I love these. It's so many things that we could, talk about. Okay, y'all, Maria had to go, and I don't know if I want to play the game before she gets back. I don't know where our Regina M is with her good making up spelling words. But y'all, let's play the game. The word is, let me give it to you all. Here is the word. See if you can get 20 words. And I'm going to give y'all a minute to see how many words you can get out of this word here. It was up last week. Okay, I'm going to set the clock. Let me set the clock. Stay in honor at all times. Carolyn, before you say good night, look at that word and make up as many words as you can before you say good night. You have 1 minute. I just put the word in the chat. It is forming. And your minute starts now. Ooh, I had so many. Oh, so Alicia, you want to meet again. You put that down there now. My word's gone. But you do have how many? Okay, anybody else coming up? We got 23 seconds. I was going to try to play, but so Alicia put all them words in there so fast. We got 12 seconds left. Anybody else playing the game? So Alicia, you and I are the only ones. On for time is up, everybody. So Alicia, you are yet again the winner. Arm, for, fin, in, am, nag, fam, gin, aim, fan, ram. So Alicia found one. Carolyn got rim. Karen Woods got form, arm, in, for. Hi, Karen. That's 4. Arm, am, ram, ran, fan, rim. Well, congratulations to everybody. So, Alicia, I think that girl is Quick Draw McGraw. And this was really good because everybody stayed with the alphabets that are in the word. Because before, we were all over the place. Carolyn, it's so good to see you. I'm going to holler at you. Tell Ernest I said hello. Y'all, I was telling y'all about the story that saddened me so. And I didn't know if I wanted to share the story or not, being from the city. But I've seen different people share the story. And one lady, I kind of liked the way she told the story. She was very real. But from what I can see of this story, it's a love story. And it's a woman who really loves her husband. I mean, she is a young woman, 35 years old, doing very well for herself. She's an entrepreneur and getting ready to open a new business. She had a store, a boutique, and she also was getting ready to start her tax service. She's a go getter. And she loved him. And he got in some trouble at one time and went away to prison. And she held it down and waited for him, faithful. He came home. They married, had a beautiful wedding from the pictures. And they went to Jamaica. The saddest part about it is October 2023. It seemed all was well, but unfortunately, October 25th, I believe, is when they found her not breathing body outside of a graveyard. And it's one of the very known graveyards here in Dallas. As a matter of fact, my mom and my dad is buried out at that graveyard. And the family was looking for her. And it's so very sad. And, you know, I've seen the story on Facebook, but I didn't really know the person and didn't know what was going on. And it was really, really sad. And then when I came on YouTube, I seen so many, at least two stories. And then I saw the one that was on the news here. It was on YouTube as well. So I saw three different counts of the story. And one thing y'all, I thought people were really harsh and rude with me, but boy, some of the stuff those people were saying in those comments, it is just so sad. I mean, Crystal, did you see the story? It is. It is just so sad, Crystal. And her cousins, they all were close. And, they just hurting so bad. And her mom had a stroke not long ago. And then they said her favorite aunt, uh, you know, had a domestic violence relationship, and her favorite aunt, and she ended up losing her legs fighting for her marriage. And her daughter said that my cousin ended up losing her life fighting for hers. Very, very, very sad story. But I think what I'll do is just put the link in the chat and you guys can look at it. I really don't want to show it. But the story needs to be told. And I guess that's why so many people are telling it on YouTube. But you know how you see these stories, it happened in somebody's city. But it's just really, I guess, as they say, hit different when it's in your city. And I don't know them, but people that I know them. And it was just so sad. And the person who showed it, of course, they did it under fair use. And I'm going to share it under fair use. Anybody want to look at it? She has a 16-year-old daughter that this young man cared nothing about her or her daughter, apparently. But one of the things they did say that he was on PCP. So perhaps that was the main reason he did what he did, is because he was on the drug. And I think it was her sister said that, no drug should make you do anything. And that is so true. It should not. And they don't show um, anything. And that's one good thing. My heart really goes out to her cousin because she's just totally devastated. And then she has a young guy cousin. He's totally devastated. I mean, just devastated. What else can you say? And people are so cruel and say some of the ugliest things. And I guess that's what the internet does to people. It makes them something that they're not. And I say that they're not because these people got to be the age that they are, and you know that they wouldn't have this type of conversation for people in real life if they saw them face to face. Number one, if you don't know somebody, it's really no need for you to go on and on and on. And Lord knows I talk about people good, bad, and indifferent. But there is a method to the madness. It should be a method. Yes, Carolyn, very much so. It should be a line drawn. We all have family and we all love our family. And these people think that some of this stuff they saying is cute or maybe even funny. I don't know what they be thinking, but I find some of the most judgmental people are the one with the most messed up lives. And their children are just out there or locked up. Uh, it's just amazing how these people really be commenting on stuff and they don't know nothing. But they are very, 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 very harsh. Very harsh. Crystal, how you doing, Crystal? Yeah, I tell y'all, it's in the water, it's in the food, it's in the air. People are really just seem like they don't have any respect and love for humanity. You know, there used to be a time when we really showed each other respect, whether we knew you or not. There was a time we did that as a people. And we're going to have to get back to that time. But remember some words I said I was going to give you guys that I want y'all to look up. And I want y'all to look them up in the law dictionary. These are some words I want y'all to look up. Mm. Child. Yeah, me too, Crystal. It has to happen, because life is a cycle. It has to happen. Hopefully, it can happen in our lifetime. Okay. Okay, that's enough. If anybody need a copy of the Black's Law Dictionary 4th edition, just send me an email and I'll be happy to send you the PDF file, or you can Google it and get the PDF file yourself. But if you would like for me to send it to you, it would be no problem. If you don't have a copy of the PDF Black's 4th edition, you can look in any law dictionary, but that's the one that I use. And I'd like for you guys to look these words up because we want to be prepared. These are the things we're going to talk about. If you can't find the word in the law dictionary, then you know that you have to go to the regular dictionary. I don't know if this is anywhere. I just put this down there. This is an extra word I added. Those are the words. Anybody who wants to look them up, I would like for you guys to look them up so that we can discuss this when we get together on Sunday. Like I said, there's some things I'm learning and it really feels good. Some of it I understand, y'all, and some of it I honestly don't. But, I'm going to continue until I do. I'm a good student, so I listen well. But those are the words that we're going to be discussing. I'm going to be explaining it to you guys on Sunday. I was hoping Maria made it back so that we can call it a night. The Rangers ought to be real close to winning the World Series, which that would mean a lot to the people here in Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington, Texas. I can tell you, these sports fans here, they're kind of strange. They love the home team when the home team is winning. And if they lose, man, these people turn on these people so bad it ain't even funny. Oh, we won. Hey, go Rangers. So now everybody will be rangering out. Well, that is good. Quite an honor. And I'm happy for them. My cousin has season tickets to the Rangers, the Cowboys, and the Mavericks. And so he's always at the games. I don't know if he does the hockey, but I definitely know he do those three. So we're going to say congratulations to the Texas Rangers. We did it. We were trying to hold out for Maria, but I think I'm going to get ready to go on and say my goodbyes to everybody. I have thoroughly enjoyed you guys. Hope you enjoyed the same. I look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday. Yes, ma'am, I do's. Let's see who all gonna do it. I see you laughing, Crystal. Yes, ma'am, I do's. I do's got y'all doing some homework. Okay, Carolyn, way to go. At least you was for the home team. That's what you do. That's the way to do it. Home team first. Child, I don't even know nothing about no baseball. But it's over now. And we won. Yeah, so y'all remember these words, because these are the words you gotta look up. Person, individual, driver, owner, operator, traveler, motor vehicle, automobile, and identification card. See you Sunday, Carolyn. Have a good night. So those are our words that we're going to actually discuss on Sunday. Lord, they so happy. They got Greg out there on Instagram Live. Knowing Greg, he at the game. That's probably why he live. Give me a moment. Let me see. Okay, y'all. Now he said the game's in Phoenix. They were out at a place looking at the game. He and his friends. So now they finna go buy them some hats. They happy and excited. I can hear people hollering woohoo in the background. So they didn't get to come back here. We beat them in Phoenix. What a good deal. What a good deal. Okay, it looks like I'm talking to myself. And on that note, I'm going to get ready to play me out. And I'm going to say good night to all. And to all, a good night. Let me play my music and music me on out. In a mother's love, you will find everything. Everything's alright. To a mother's love, you are bound. You can rest on sacred ground. You are free to dream because she sees what you can be. Did you know that mental health is a family affair? It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. Well, one child grows up to be somebody that just loves to learn, and another child grows up to be somebody you just love to burn. Mama loves the both of them. You see, it's in the blood. Both kids are good to mom. Blood thicker than the mud. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. Oh, a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. Nobody wants to blow. Nobody wants to be left out. You can't leave because your heart is there. But you can't stay because you've been somewhere else. You can't cry because you look broke down, but you're crying anyway because you're all broke down. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. Well, it's a family affair. Hey, hey. Hey, Maria, I'm glad you made it back. I was trying to hold on. I know you were trying to get to work, but I didn't want you rushing or nothing. But I was trying to hold on. Let me let you hear your song since you made it. See that old man over there in his chair? This old man is living in the bottle. He done quit his 9 to 5. He drink full time, and now he's living in the bottle. Well, see that old man over there in his chair? This old man got a problem, and it's a bad one. Now he done pawned off everything, his old woman wedding ring for the bottle. Well, and don't you think it's a crime when time after time people living in the bottle? These people living in the bottle, y'all. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us who we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone to fulfill my needs. A lonely place to be. So I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I felt If I succeed, at least I'll live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. And if by chance that special place that you've been dreaming of takes you to a lonely place, find yourself in love.